Namaskar, Johar, myself Sonu MAJHI. Once again come back to my YouTube channel, and today I come with new topic that is called anger management. If I will tell you how to manage the stage, I will talk about the stage management. So what we will do, we'll take flowers, we'll take carpets, we'll take lights, and we'll decorate the whole stage because it's visible. But if something is not visible, like anger, how we will manage that? Yeah. So first we need to understand here, before going to anger management, so what is the anger? What it is actually? Let's example, if some person near to me seated and suddenly I scolded him. So what will happen? And same time we'll check the weight of that person. So is there any change in weight? No, same. But what we will notice here, some hormone changes, some fluid and neurons will generate in our body. So what it is, once that generate in inside our body, the human behavior change. So something which can be managed, which is visible, but something which is invisible, how to manage it? Yeah. And of course, whatever I am sharing here with you, that is my personal experiences, what I have already experienced last 25 years. So it is not like that I am just experiencing what I am sharing. That is not experience. That is whole thing I have experienced, and I am sharing here. So try to understand and listen carefully. I am here talking about not a third person. I am here talking about you and me. Okay. So this, whatever I am sharing, it is not for the third person. It is for you and me, and that is we need to understand. Okay. And by the way, the anger is only problem of human beings, not the animals. Because whatever anger come to the animal, that is only their survival levels, and that within their instinct. But the human, that is beyond the instinct and against the will. So are we different from other species like animal? If we'll one by one, if we'll discuss to the faculties, like first faculty, if we'll discuss ki every living being having a body. Okay, like we have a body, like, so same that animal have a body, dog has a body, lion has a body. So every human beings or living things having a body. But most of the cases, the human beings and animals, there will be the huge physicality differences there, because our physics and animal physics will be totally different. Why? Because in summer season or any winter season or any season, the animals, they don't require clothes, but we need clothes. And birds can fly, we cannot fly. Fish can swim very well, faster than us. Dog or horse, they can run faster than us. So these are the physicality, that is the case. This all the animals are very much superior than you and me and from the human beings. So this first faculty, if we compare, we are the inferior. In case suppose a human baby born in the jungle, and suppose we left, so most of the often what will happen, definitely that baby will not be survive. But if suppose if any animals birth their babies at jungle, so they will survive, correct? Why? Because already I told that physicality for the animals are much superior than us. And how we are superior than animal, that next faculty I will talk about, that intellectuality. Here we are superior than the animals. So animal also having their intellectuality, but that is only for their survival level. Okay, so in this case what will happen, so suppose any data received by the animals, means what, suppose they are near me, near me, that one dog is sitting, and I just loving the dog, I am putting my hand into his head, so he's also liking, and same reaction he's giving to me. Suddenly what I have to did, I stand up and I put my leg in his tail. Then what will happen? Suddenly he will turn back and try to bite me. So what I want to say here, so whatever data, whatever thing the animal perceives, immediately the animal reacts. So that is linearly they are reacting that. So data comes, animal perceives, immediately by linear way they are replying. But in case of human being, what is happening? So once data comes, so we are perceived through the lens. So there is a huge lens. So that lenses is what? The lenses is our family background. The lenses are our preconditioning, nurturing. It is our financial background, education. It is a whole belief system. So that lens is our whole belief system. So whatever input or data is coming, that is come across or perceived through these lenses. So whatever that our original data is coming, it is polluted through these lenses. And the right side of this lens we have memory, and left side of this lens we have imagination. So what I talked here, there is a data, so it's perceived through one lens, that is I told already is our belief system, and right side we have memories and left side we have imagination. So all together, so what output we are giving to the others, that data, it is our responses. Okay, and this whole central part of thing, that is the belief system, what I told, that is our thought. Animal also having a thought, but that is only for their survival level. Yeah. And our thought, you know, we have built whole to world, we built buildings, we built road, trains, we have invented many things. That is our the result of our thought. But in case of animals, they are very much inferior. So their thought is only in the survival level only. That's why till now they have not formed any Bakri association. They have not formed any lion association. They have not built a any mall, any buildings, nothing. Because their thought is only in survival level. And the God has given a human being this thought. And I feel I give example. Suppose we have a knife. So what we can do with that knife? We can cut vegetables, we can cut anything what we need, and we can survive from that knife. Survive means we can make a food. But suddenly what we thought, okay, no, what I with that knife I start cutting my hand, and I start cutting my neck. So what human being does, so whatever God gifted, we having that thought, we have to start taking the side effect of it. And let us understand in another way. So thought is a like one object. So each object having their shadow, their image. So whatever thought is a object, so its image is shadow. So shadow of thought is called here emotion. Okay. And emotion is for the animal, again it is only for their survival level. But intellectual and thought, which is meant for the human being, that is very far superior than the animals. So for human, the thought which can create a shadow as a emotion, and emotions are here two types. One emotion is positive and one is negative. Suppose you and me, just we are talking, and we are very good friend. So whatever thought your thought against me or my thought against you, it will be good. So it will be positive emotions. But is polluted in case, then that emotion will be totally changed. It will be converted as a negative. So if emotion is positive, it means what, our thought is in control. It means someone thought is controlled, and he has planned. Suppose whatever thought, that we have a positive thought and positive emotion. Okay, in we have a control of thought, and in that control thought, if suppose someone want to kill somebody, okay, so if suppose the purpose of thing is negative, that be the case also, the emotion of that thought is positive. That here I am not talking about what is the right and wrong. It's been talking about the inside, what we feels, what our thought and what our emotions at that time, at that situation. And in case if our thought is not in control, and if suppose our whatever emotions or whatever our purpose, that is, even though our purpose is very much positive, that our outcome of emotion will be negative, because we have no control in our thoughts. So that's why what will happen, that emotion will be automatically, it will be negative. But thought itself uncontrolled and purpose is positive. So thought itself uncontrolled and purpose is positive, still his and her emotion will be negative only. So example will take, if in office our boss has scolded for any work related to us, then what will happen? So one negative emotion will be clear. But due to work, and this is our office life, so we'll cannot react at that time. So what we are doing, just we are by compulsion we are digesting. So our body, what we feels, depressed, stressed and powerless. But if suppose that negative emotion charged and fueled, so whatever reaction birth, the charged energized negative emotion called anger. So what I told, if we have a thought that is not in control, so what will happen, there are more chances that our emotion will be negative. If that negative emotion charged, fueled by the external factor, so that energized charged negative emotion called anger. Let us think, suppose I am going in road, so riding my bike, suddenly accident happened, and that is not my fault. But immediately what I understood, okay, now is some 3000 rupees of spent to be done because of some damages happen. So this whole thing, if I am understanding, and whatever emotion that negative emotion has created, and I understood the situation and controlled, then most of the case that is okay, no problem. If that negative emotion created and we have fueled and charged, then automatically we will show our anger. So that negative energized charged emotion is a anger. So now we have understand that what is anger actually. So further we will discuss that how to control, how to control this our uh, what we can say, that not to fuel the negative emotion. So here we have to learn how to control, not to fuel our negative emotion. And see, each person having their one threshold limit for the getting anger. Suppose one talk, maybe you will get anger, maybe I will not get anger. Suppose you take the example of any family, there are just four brothers or four siblings. So their threshold limit will be different. So one talk, it may be their anger level or whatever reaction, that will be different. So you try to understand here that the external factor is not responsible for the getting anger. It is only trigger. Like gun, once you press the trigger, then only fire occurs. And same here, it's our responses of response, our reaction, that resultant outcome is the anger. For example, in college, one professor knowingly and unknowingly he pushed one female student in class. So first case, what may happen that the reaction of that student, she will cry. And second case, she will shout on the professor and tell, how dare you push me like this? I will go and complain to the principal. So next day what will happen? Maybe some other person, other student will join, and they will just put a slogan, agitation, poster and and they may tell, okay, hang on the SONU MAJHI if I am the professor. So that is second case. Third case also is possible. Suppose she reacts like this. See, you and my father, both are same. So both of you are strictly catch my mistakes and behave strict on me. So thank you. So I am very kind of it. Suppose that reply, so that this word, suppose she says, so what is the reaction? So try to understand here, this is not that anger, whatever comes to the human being, this is not because of the external factor. External factor is the only trigger. But once that external factor is fueled, charged, then only that anger comes. Correct? So what we learn till now, we learn anger actually not any instinct. Anger is the charged of emotion. It's not depend upon the external factor also. External factor only gives trigger, and due to trigger it creates something happens inside to us which create our response, and our responses outcome is whether we are going to fight to next person or we are cooking the food and feeding each other. That depend upon our responses which convert into the anger. And let's say most of us here would like to live in happiness. We all like to live peace, love, smile, friendship, sound sleep and settlement. But we want this one. We want happiness, peace, love, smile, friendship, sound sleep and settlement. But what's happening? We are living in unhappy. We are in turbulence. We hatred, fury, sleeplessness, conflict. We don't like if somebody says we are an angry person. So does anger give us pleasure? No, right? Then why you and me getting anger? Why we do anger? Why? Why we are do anger? That's because it's against our will. It's happening. It happens against our will, and also it's against our natural instinct too. So God is mad. So God is not mad. The anger, our part of the life, or it is not our part of human in nature. So anger is only that is our weaknesses. This is our weakness, and because of that we are wrongly use our memories and our imagination, and we are polluted. So anger is something happened to us which overpower over our original instinct. So what is anger? Anger is something happens to us which overpower over original instinct. So someone, if he is in anger stage, at that time his conscious level will be down. While someone in the anger stage, his or her conscious level is totally in foggy stage. His and her the problem solving nature will be become zero. It's become zero. So it is very difficult to convince that kind of people and do the settlements when someone is in angry mode. So in that stage, if you and me in the anger, we lost our instinct and our intellectuality. So they maybe do anything in that stage. They may kill the person also. They can, they will use abuse to next because they have totally lost. So once again, I will finish here with one algorithm, and while going that, so what we have learned today, anger, the anger is a negative, energized, charged emotion. Here nobody likes anger. Why anger? Why we are doing anger? Because we have our own internal weakness. So which cannot shake strong mindset people, but shake us like you and me weak people, and it's forced to us to become anger. So in next video we will try to learn this whatever anger is comes to us, how to control and how to manage. So now we have learned what is the anger and how it comes, and next we will learn how to manage it. So thanks, namaskar, johar, and remember my mantra. Always I am, while finishing my video, I was always remembering myself and you, that small learning should be implemented our day-to-day life. So once again, Johar, Namaskar, and thanks and take care. Have a nice day.